Wow, Miss Gracie. Is this another lesson? Just ignore her. She's not real. I am Miss Gracie. Snap out of it. Silly. She's on the screen. She's not actually in the room with us. How embarrassing. I can't believe I thought you were actually in the room, Miss Gracie. Egg on my face.
You are a toy. You have always been a toy.
I
Isn't
am
that
a
the most
toy.
beautiful Miss Gracie?
I'm a good toy.
Lily is one of the most interesting experiments in all of Poppy Playtime. Created from the former Counselor of Wellness and Integration, Gracie Green, Lily Lovebraids is a shell of her former self. Hello, and this is Okami Playtime, and welcome back to yet another video. Here, we are starting the very first theory speculation video in this new series that I'm creating, and in a future video, I will be explaining Lily's full story, so stay tuned for that. And I just want to ask, if you do enjoy this, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel a little bit, and I really need your guys' support. Well, anyway, let's get back into it. I just wanted to ask one simple question in this video. Who created Lily Lovebraids? Most would say it was obviously the prototype, as among many pieces of evidence, a note in Chapter 5 found in a hidden room in Lily's dollhouse said that Experiment 1468, Lily Lovebraids, was to be held on August 20th, 1995, which could not have happened as we all now know the Hour of Joy took place almost 2 weeks earlier on August 8th. So there is no possibility that that actually did in fact happen. There is also a hidden cassette tape in the attic of the dollhouse, which honestly did confuse me upon first listening, but it does confirm that Gracie Green was still alive either during or slightly after the Hour of Joy, but only to be captured by the prototype's followers soon after. Based on what I have shown thus far, it does lead to the speculation that the prototype did in fact create Lily. But yeah, that just doesn't sit right with me. Yes, the prototype is a bit of a thing of science himself, but we saw many of his experiments in the chapter, most of which being the wrong side animals, and they were far from clean work, so to speak. Then we also had Preston from the Chapter 5 ARG, who the prototype seemed to have turned into a Catby-esque toy, which too looked like a sloppy job fitting into this point. That is also why the prototype kept the doctor around despite hating him. The prototype is not perfect, and he can't do everything by himself, leading him to get help where he can, which leads into the subject of this theory. I don't think the prototype turned Gracie Green into Lily. I think it was the surviving human scientists at the time. Yes, I believe that the prototype forced these people to turn their very own colleague into a bigger body, and probably killing them afterwards anyway. To go one step further, what if after catching Preston, the prototype forced him to do the experiment before delivering the fate that I mentioned earlier to Preston? Now that would be interesting. This would make the lore of Poppy Playtime that much more disturbing in the best way. Forcing your human captors to perform experiments on each other is the perfect revenge for a psycho killer such as the prototype. Now, referring back to my earlier point, the experiments the prototype had been confirmed to have done were not meant to hide the fact that they were made from humans, whereas Lily looks as if she was a perfect experiment. Clean, shiny, and definitely looks like a proper toy. Something I believe the prototype did not have the resources nor the skills to create by himself. Thus, the having the professional scientist do it in his stead thing. Now I do believe that everything after the fact was done by the prototype, such as locking Lily in the conditioning room for 122 days to brainwash her, as well as moving and confining her to Sweet Street for her continued isolation. A fitting punishment for someone who literally brainwashed kids to believe they were toys. And with that, my theory on exactly who created Experiment 1468 Lily Lovebraids has come to an end. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Or do you think I'm just as crazy as the prototype? Leave it all down in the comments below. I really do want to hear your guys' opinions, so let at it. This is Okami Playtime, and I'm signing off.